What's up, boys and girls? Empire Steve, back again. I'm here. I'm back to show you some more stuff. Anyway, so today I am on my TakeProfit trader evaluation account. And as you can see, I am up on the day, 550 total, technically less than that. This is a $150,000 evaluation account. I have 10 days minimum, and I cannot make more than 50%, I think it's 40% of the total profit. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I cannot make more than 40% of the total profit in any given day. Meaning, if I in this 150 in this 150K evaluation, I have to make $9,000 profit, and that means I cannot make $4,500 in a day. I mean, I would say that's the most I could make, and actually no, it would be less than that. So that would be 50%. So I would say my target would really be realistically around between $2,000 and $3,000. Not each day, but on good days, right? So
stop filled.
Tuesdays you're not going to get those good movements, and Wednesdays are kind of slow. It really just depends. Tomorrow there might be some good movement because of the PPI numbers coming out, so I will be looking to play some of that action. I'll try my best to record it and see what happens. Wednesdays are typically slow. I can't see when I'm looking at Financial Juice, I don't see a lot of news coming out on Wednesday, and then Thursday we have the jobs report coming out. So it looks like actually Wednesday we have U.S. core retail sales month over month, and then import prices month over month, and then a couple Fed speakers in the later in the morning. So that is that. So I will show you what I'm looking at right now on my trading view. So you can see we haven't quite crossed on the 1 minute we have. On the 1 minute we crossed here. So I will show you. So we have the cross here, and now I basically got in around this area, 40.13. That's 40.11 actually. So I chased a little bit. I'm going to bring my stop. I'm going to bring my stop down because I'm in profit, just to show you all how to not give profit back. So it could stop me out here, but I'm hoping that it continues lower, and I will bring this chart back up. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting that. So boom, just like that. So I'm glad I got in because we are still heading down. Looks like we kind of like triple topped here. So as of right now, I am up 1362 on the day. On this position, only 750. But who wouldn't want to make 750 per day? Like, would you be happy making 750 per day? Shoot, I know I would be. So my target would be, I'm hoping that it continues lower, but we'll see. This is the 15 range chart, and I'm using footprint charts, if you did not notice that. So I could get stopped out here, but that is just fine. And I'm going to bring it lower just so I just can secure even more. And I have 5 contracts. You can see that there.
Stop
Boom,
filled.
I'm out. So there's 862.50 on the day, which technically it's really only 712 because fees, right? So that was a solid play. I may look to get in again. I want to see if we test these EMAs again and head lower. So here, I can get rid of this circle. We don't need to see that anymore. If you all watched my previous video, I like to trade on the 1 minute chart. So I might take a stab at 3 short right here, just 3. I have a ATM strategy I use.
Order filled.
And it will buy, and it automatically sets the quantity to 3, and then take profit. I don't have a take profit, but it has a stop loss of 10. I probably should have a take profit order as well, but I like to trail my stops because I feel like sometimes I might be able to get more out of it if I just trail it, leaving a little bit of wiggle room in the process. And that's what I like to do. So let's go look at this trading view chart. Let's see. I'm gonna bring my stop up here to 414. And I might look to add to if we come up and then hit our head more. But for now, I may just keep it right where we are at. So this is where I purchased at, and this is where my stop is at. So basically at the high of this previous candle. And I'll show you what this looks like under the 1 minute chart. Actually, we'll go to the 2000 tick. Sorry, you're hearing my work laptop. So this is the 2000 tick chart with the footprints. I don't really like it though. There's too much going on. If I'm using footprints, I like to use range.
Commissioner Pham says that crypto must be regulated like other financial instruments. Currently speaking on a Bloomberg TV here.
If you're not familiar with what I'm listening to, here I'll show it to you real fast. This is, whoops, it's called Financial Juice. And you can set it up to, they will speak the news to you, and you have this tick strike as well. And I like to use both of those. I like to hear the news, that way I don't have to be paying attention to something constantly. I can just listen to what's going on. So this, what I was going to do, I'm going to go to the 5 minute. You can see price is heading back down. Now I'm up 1,000 on the day. This is going to be a little bit laggy, resetting. Sometimes it takes too long. So there's that. So we are doing what I thought we would do. There is a little bit of selling pressure going on. But I would like to see it fall below this 4. I'd like to see below 400 again. That would be nice. Like, come on down here. This was a prior resistance area that we broke through. So I expect us to come down and test this again, potentially bounce there, and then head back up. We'll see. I'm going to move my stop down, and I'm going to move it a little bit better this time, or maybe not. I'm going to get stopped out immediately.
Stop filled.
Boom. So there's 772 on the day. This doesn't really count. Those fees. This is what you actually made right here, and this is net liquidity. So let's pull this chart up. I might look to go long if we can get these EMAs to cross. This is looking like a solid area of support for now, because what's prior resistance could potentially now be support. So that is what we are seeing right now. These are areas, these blue lines are what I drew from that. These are, I'll show you, I gotta go to 15 minute. Let me lower that in auto. So this line was this morning's pre-markets high, and this was the Friday low here, and this was the pre-market low here. You see we touched it, did not close below it, and then continued back up. And that's basically what I do in the mornings. I look for the pre-market high and the pre-market low, and then I look for the prior day high and the prior day low, and I mark those out. I can get rid of this because I don't need it anymore. We already broke out of that pennant. I did not play it. And I'm going to go back to the 1 minute chart. I would like to see us curl back up, see these EMAs cross, maybe come down a little bit more, and then I might go long. But it's not looking, there's just not, the volume's not there. Like, real quick to go over, my favorite times to trade, and these are times where you should be looking to trade as well. And that would be 9:45 in the morning, Eastern time. So that is about 15 minutes after the market open, after the bell rings. And trade until, look for trades up until around like 11 o'clock, because that's when the volume starts dying. People are going to be going to lunch and all that good fun midday stuff. And then after lunch, so around 1 o'clock until about 3 o'clock, you can find some pretty nice plays when people come back from lunch. So I'm going to be patient here and look for a decent play. And looks like this area of resistance here, which should technically be support, is holding up right now, and we are getting that push. I would like to see it break above 40. It probably would need to come back up to this area to 413, then come back down. So it's a little something like this. I would like to see it go like this, and then down, and then the follow through. That's what I would like to see. And I will play it if that happens. But I'm not going to sit here all day waiting for it. I think this is invalid now.
So CFTC Commissioner Pham also says that we don't have a visibility on FTX contagion just yet.
But for so far, it's looking a little bearish still. So you see, we had this cross here. We had this cross here, and we came up, followed through, did not close above the 20 EMA, and then we've tested it on the way down pretty steadily so far. Well, I'm looking, maybe we come up and test these EMAs again and I can just take another stab short, but these wicks right here are showing me that there's potential for it to reverse. That is what I'm seeing. You should be seeing something very similar. I'm just going to be a little bit more patient. I could just basically YOLO 3 contracts to the short side, or even just potentially 1, and then add if we see the continuation to the downside. But I don't have confidence right now. There's no confidence. We're just kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down. It still does look bearish, right? So we had the cross here on the 3-minute chart, and we could look for an area of support at the 50 EMA, which is this blue line, and we have VWAP all the way down here. That is what we got. So I'm still just going to be patient. Here we go. Now it looks like you can hear it tick, 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 tick. That's buying pressure. We don't have the cross yet. Still looking bearish. It still does look bearish. This is the 5-minute chart on the footprint. Let's go to the 15 range. And you can see there's buying pressure here as well. These are the sellers, and these are the buyers. Sellers, buyers. Sellers, buyers. You definitely have, it's a little mixed right now. That's what I am seeing so far. You can see we bounced off of this 20 EMA back to the downside. So you have 1, 2, 3. This one's looking like it's pushing. Well, we don't quite have a cross yet. We don't have a cross, but I might go. I'm going to take a stab
Order filled.
long. I'm just going to chance it. And my stop is at 40. I'm going to bring my stop to just below 410. And she is moving up. Well, I should be green right now, but my P&L is not showing me green. I think we are going to push up higher. Come on down, test it, and then go higher. Test it and go higher. I am going to add to
order filled.
Leave my stop right where it's at. And wait for this price to go that way. Zoom. You can see we should push above this 413 soon. I'm up $50 on this play right now. I'm going to move my stop up as price goes higher. I'm hoping we can clear this 414 area. Maybe even push to the high of the day would be nice. It'd be a sick play with 5 contracts. I'm up $100 right now. 300 now. I'm going to move my stop. I'm going to wait. I'm going to give it more room. I'm going to move it up so I don't lose too much money at least. There we go. I'm going to move my stop.
Stop filled.
And I'm out. So almost 1,000 on the day. I still think it could go a little bit higher, but when you think about this, when you see green, you will take it. You take that profit and you run. You run to the, you just get out of Dodge. And when you see red, you get out. Just get out of it. Like, you should really only be entering when it really makes sense and exiting when it makes sense. So if you're doing all of that, see, I'm glad. Look at it going back down now. I do not like that wick. So that, I am glad I'm not in that anymore. A little bit risky right now. It's getting to, there's only an hour and a half left in the day. Who knows what can happen, right? So I think I'm going to not trade anymore. I did something very similar, I think it was Friday, in the Discord group. I was trading and it just didn't, at this time of the day, it just didn't look that good. So let's try to have strict rules. You're 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then a little bit, maybe an hour or two after lunch. Do not give it all back. If you make money in the morning, just call it a day. I can actually show you the exact best way to not overtrade, because this is something that I still do to this day as I overtrade. But I'm going to show you how to not overtrade. So once you're green like this, you see what you do so that you don't overtrade. It's very simple. And you go to this little connections here like that, and you go to disconnect, boom, and then you even do that. You go so far as to even do this. You go like that, and boom, you're gone. You're out of it. There's no way in the world you can overtrade.
WTI crude oil futures settling at $85.87 a barrel, down $3.09 or 3.47%.
And I let him talk, so that he's talking about crude oil. So that's this, and this is a good way to go figure out when, or if you're wanting to see if the gas prices are going to go up or down. This is a good indicator for that. Just have this CL1 on your chart at all time. It's the light crude oil futures, but all of them really follow each other. It may not be the one chart that shows you exactly when the gas prices are really going to go up or down or what have you, but it's pretty close. I tell all my friends and family when to go get gas. So it's looking like gas prices are going to go down tomorrow. It is a little delayed, so it might be the day after, but if you go to the hourly, you can see we hit a pivot up here this morning and we fell below it. So gas prices potentially going down. So that's good. So I hope you all learned something from seeing me trade like this. I hope you learned some rules you can have in place for when to trade and when not to trade. And then I hope you learned that the best way to maintain a green day and not give anything back is to disconnect from that platform and get out of Dodge. Don't give it back. That's not fun. So you can see, pretty boring now at this point. There's not a whole lot going on, so it's a good time to just call it a day anyway. So if you all have any questions, comments, anything you want me to go over in another video, let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to get that going for you. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.